It's recording.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Machine Man here with a deck profile. You know, I done changed my name from Green BZM. I'm actually going to run machine-based decks now. Ever since I came back from Nationals, I learned a lot, and that's the reason why I'm running around machines. The deck that I ran at Nationals that's really good to me, I ran it for like 2 formats now, it's actually gadgets. I ran last format TG Gadget offering, got my invite to Nationals, and I ran gadgets at Nationals. So let's go ahead and get with this deck profile real quick. It runs 3 green gadget, you can see that. Alright, cool. It runs 3 green gadget, which it searches for 3 red gadget. 3 red gadget searches for 3 yellow gadget. Now, people are probably wondering, why do I run 3 of each gadget? Long story short, I actually just love the gadget engine itself. You know, them searching for each other constantly keeping the monster in my hand. I like that about the deck. So I made the deck based upon the gadget engine. Okay, it runs 3 effect veiler. I was actually trying to find a 3rd effect veiler, but 3 effect veiler is really good because not only does it negate, it also gives me synchro capability with gadgets. It runs 2 photon thrasher. 2 photon thrasher is really good for me because I can top deck it. I can top deck it really well, like, you know, just top deck it special. You know, he could also be a beater, he could also be synchro capability first turn and stuff like that. 1 TG Striker. Now you're probably wondering why 1 random TG Striker. You must realize he's a tuner, a level 2, and also a warrior. He lets me sync from the Churio Barkion, which is actually really good in my deck. It helps me beat Final Countdown, trap heavy decks, people like the Sire Road Decree and stuff like that. Onto the spells, I run triple pot of duality. I like the searching capability with my gadgets, so why not keep the searching capability of pot of duality searching for my spell and traps. It runs double MST, really good staple, automatically good this format. It's at 3, so take advantage of it. Double creature swap. I like the creature swap capability because of the fact that just in case you sacrifice for a strong monster or you work so hard to bring out like a Chaos Source or a BLS and you leave it down there to yourself, I can just summon the gadget, search a gadget, like I said, the monster hand consistency, and just creature swap, take your BLS and attack you twice for game instead of you attacking me twice for game. 1 heavy storm, automatic staple I run. 1 dark hole. 1 pot of avarice. The reason why I like pot of avarice is because it recycles my gadgets. Just in case ultimate offering is too much, just in case I bring out all my gadgets before I can bring out ultimate offering, I need to go for the kill. Pot of avarice does the job. 1 book of moon. Automatic good staple. It actually helps me just in case they veil on my gadget, or just in case they bring out a monster for synchro capability, just in case they bring out something super strong and I can just book it, dark hole it, or, you know, run it over. 1 rotor. Now you're probably wondering why I run rotor. I actually have 3 targets. I have 2 photon thrashers and 1 TG striker. Really good. Gives me options just in case I need that capability. 1 monster reborn on the spell side. The reason why I like monster reborn, automatically it's a good staple. Plus, if I special a gadget, I automatically search for a gadget. Normal gadget, search for a gadget. So it's an automatic 3rd photon thrasher. Okay, on the trap side, I'm running double warning. I know it's crazy, I'm running Ultimate Offering, but I like double warning because of the fact that it helps me bring out Utopia Ray when I need it the most. Pushing for Utopia Ray in this deck is actually really, really good. Double Torrential. I was actually pretty sketchy about Torrential Tribute. I don't know. I just wasn't into it, but I understand why Torrential Tribute is really good. It actually kills swarms. And plus, you know, most of the time I'm only minusing myself 1 monster that are like 3 or 4. Most decks swarm, so that's what I meant by 3 or 4. Double bottomless. A lot of decks run high level monsters, and the low level monsters exceed into high level monsters, so I'd rather kill them while I can. Double compose, really good in my opinion because I prefer more to return monsters rather than destroy monsters. That's why I was iffy about Torrential Tribute. So yeah, I was actually iffy about running the 3rd compose. I'm not completely sure yet. Double Ultimate Offering. I never ran it at 3. I always ran it at 2. Ultimate Offering is just really good with gadgets because just in case I need to push for that kill or just in case I need to push over a monster, I can just do it into like a combo or whatever, went out with 3 different monsters, find a way to run them over and stuff like that, which is really good with Ultimate Offering. Plus, I never lose anything because the only thing I lose really is life points with that card. Okay, I run 1 Starlight Road. I don't run 2. I only run 1 because of the fact of I can only run 1 Stardust. In my extra deck, I can't run that many Stardust. And 1 Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment is just really good in any deck. It's just that final stretch. You set Solemn Judgment, they summon just in case it's like that last card, Solemn Judgment for game. Okay, on the extra deck side, I run one Maestro, the Symphony de Jin. I like him because he's like a mixture of Book of Moon and Gachi Gachi. What you can do is you can protect the Djinn monster from being destroyed by detaching one material. He has great defense, and plus you can set one of your opponent's monsters face down, which is really good in my opinion. He has 1800 attack, 23 defense. I'm actually trying to run a second one. I actually can't fit a second one in here. So YouTube, I want you to explain to me why I should take out another card in my extra deck just to run a second Maestro. Okay, I run one Steel Swarm Roach. I like Steel Swarm Roach because it's really good against Chaos Dragon. Before that, it's good against Heretics and it's good against a lot of unexpected high-level decks, aka Monster Mash. Really good, 1900 defense, which is just above an average monster's attack this format. Hard for him to get ran over by a normal monster just by a regular normal summon, unless you're running like Monarchs or something like that. But it's very hard to get past him, even though his attack is so low. People are probably saying, oh, his attack is low, he can't do much. His attack is so low, especially with the right protection. You can keep Roach on the field and stump your opponent for sure. One Photon Rapid, I'm gonna call it Photon P. I can never pronounce this card. The reason why I like this card is because of the little combo I do with him and Maestro, where I flip their monster face down, flip it back face up, and they lose 600 attack, which is really good for me. Nice attack, you know, actually stops stall decks that run like Spirit Reaper, Marshmallow, and Jelen Duo, stuff like that. It runs one Kachi Kochi Dragon. Kachi Kochi Dragon is really good for me because he's like my Blade Armor Ninja. If I destroy a monster in a battle, I detach a material and can attack again. Really good. Just start running it. One Shockmaster. Everybody's wondering why not two Shockmaster. I actually don't even like Shockmaster as much because his attack is low. I'm more of an attack-based person. Even though he does control, which is actually really good in my opinion. It's just, you know, his attack is low. He can barely get over certain monsters. All I really could use is his effect for certain control, like Dark Rose call spells, Chaos Dragon call spells, or, you know, certain things call monsters so you can't remove my monster or something like that. Double Utopia. I run Double Utopia. I actually used to run 3, but he's an automatic staple. He negates attacks, a nice little easy stall. So double of them is actually a lot of problems. One number C39 Utopia Ray is actually really good because, like I said, if I like to push for game, that's why I pay so much. I can push for game, bring out Utopia Ray, put him at 3,000, make your opponent's monster lose 1,000. One Gem Knight Pearl, automatic Beast Stick, the Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth version of the XZ. One Shark Drake. Now, people are probably wondering why Shark Drake? Well, he has very good attack. He's like the new Goyo Guardian, but like the only thing is he does the opposite of what Goyo Guardian does. Instead of him bringing the monster on your side of the field, he brings the monster back on their side of the field when I detach the material. They lose 1,000 attack. They're in attack position, and he's allowed one extra attack, which is really good. One of the combos I do with him is Maestro, Photon, Pillar Prerogative, and Utopia Ray. I'll flip him down. Flip him face down, Photon P, flip him face up, they lose 600, Utopia Ray's effect, they lose 1,000 more, he attack, they come back, he attacks again, and they already lost 1,000, so automatically they already lost 1,600 from the first attack, and now they're losing another 1,000, and then he's allowed to attack again, which allows 3 other monsters exactly therefore OTK. Okay, I recently took it out because my friend lost hers and I'm going to replace mine, but this is supposed to be Catastor, but for the time being, I'm going to run Magical Android until I get a second Catastor. I just didn't actually look around in my books for a second Catastor, but this is really good in my opinion. Catastor, not Magical Android, Catastor. Catastor is really good in my opinion because of the fact of a lot of decks that do Triumph do not have many dark monsters, or if they have a monster that's non-dark that's hard to get over, there it is. Let's see, I let her borrow it. But yeah, he's really good triumphing over a lot of things. He's like one of the few staple synchro monsters that are still alive. I also run one Bryonic, which is really good because I can synchro for 6 with Striker and a gadget. Really good. Actually saved me in Nationals. I was going against Chaos Dragons. He had Royal Decree on the field. I bounced Royal Decree and kept spamming Ultimate Offer for game. Really good. Mature Your Barkion. Like I said, he negates traps. Plus, he's a beast stick. He can help me get out of the trap situation so I can get past Tarantula and stuff like that and save my Starlight Road for Dark Hole. One Stardust for Starlight Road. I don't really synchro for it at all, but when I do, it's very rare. and one Mistworm. I run Mistworm because of the fact that even though I can synchro for a 9, it's very hard, but I do it. And when I do synchro for that 9, I still want that capability. Trishula's going. You know, I always ran him and Trishula when I ran TG Gadget off him. But Trishula's going, so I just run Mistworm for the time being. 25 beater who returns automatically 3 cards. Really good tech. Okay. On to the extra deck, side deck actually. I run one Puppet Plant. Now you're probably wondering why I run Puppet Plant. Heroes Gem Spark my creature swaps and stuff a lot, so that way I can't take their alias. So I just Puppet Plant that monster and then exit something with it. Puppet Plant alias, or you know, Puppet Plant Shein and synchro with it, or Puppet Plant, you know, whatever. It just takes control of spellcasters and warriors. That's one thing I realized. It controls spellcasters and warriors. A lot of people run the warriors, but spellcasters are gonna be hot soon too. So I might as well just practice now with the Puppet Plant. Double Trag. I like Tragodia because it actually turns my deck more into a control-based build. Plus hand advantage over, you know, a lot of decks. Plus attack triumph over Dino Rabbit and stuff like that. Really good, can get past a lot of things. Double Gallon Duo. I run Gallon Duo because of the fact that he's a level 4 Spirit Reaper. Easy XZ, set, run into it, boom, summon gadget, surge gadget, XZ. One Chain Disappearance. Now you're probably wondering why I run one Chain Disappearance instead of 2. I want one because every time I ran two and I drew into both of them. One of them would do his job and then that'd be it. Like the other one would just be sitting there dead in my hand. I don't like that. One Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. You probably wonder why I run Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. It discards a card, but the one key card is it returns the card to the deck. So I can actually stop a Miracle Fusion. I can stop a lot of things just by returning their monster to the deck. Really good. Stops heroes. They run 7 monsters. If they only have 1 monster in hand, return that 1 monster to the deck. Still trying for gadgets. You know, really good. Double Shadow on Prisoner Mirror. I just don't like dark decks. Dark Worlds trump over me. Horrible matchup. Exactus actually can triumph against me if I don't have Veilers. Horrible matchup. Really good against dark decks. I don't run Light and Prisoner Mirror because light isn't that much of a problem to me. Dark is more of a problem. Plus, it stops windups. It stops the windup loop. It stops Hunter. Without Hunter, they can't loop your hand, which keeps the game going. Double Trap Hole. This actually is the card that gave me my invite to Nats. I was trap holing 6 Sams. I was trap holing Exactors. You know, it's really good. It gets every monster 1,000 or less that's normal summon. Most of this format is based upon its normal summon. So why not run Trap Hole? It's really good. Okay. I run one extra Mystical Space Typhoon just in case they Royal Decree or they run like Macro Cosmos or anything like that and I don't draw it enough. Increase my chance of drawing it. I'm actually thinking of running another Twister and probably another Chain Destruction. But these are the last 2 cards in my extra side deck. 2-dimensional fissures. It stops Chaos Dragon, but it does not stop enough. All it stops is Chaos Dragon. It doesn't stop the Xyz part of the game. It just stops the graveyard base part of the game. So, you know, I'm like, D-Fissure is just really good against that matchup. But I really barely have problems against Chaos Dragon, but this actually gives me that 1-up against Chaos Dragon. I was actually considering Prohibition, or maybe Chain Destruction and a Twister just in case the skill drain or something like that. But yeah, this is what I run. So yeah, it's Machine Man here with the deck profile. The next deck profile I'll probably be doing is Malefics. I actually like it because like I said, I like Galvatron Dragon. It's a nice 3000 B stick. It's a nice 3000 B stick, you know. Same thing with Malefic Cyberman. They're both B sticks. I actually like that capability. It's the total opposite of gadgets. So yeah, it's Green BZM, and I'm signing off.